हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मैं क्रिस। तो आज हम डीप वेब ब्राउजिंग करेंगे। तो चलते हैं डीप वेब ब्राउजिंग पे। Why didn't you born? Why do you hate immigrants so much? Why didn't you born in another country? Why didn't your parents as well, both you and your family are immigrants? Why do you hate so much them so much? तो दोस्तों, आजकल हमारे देश पे भी एनआरसी सीए लेके हलचल मच रहा है। इमिग्रेंट्स को लेके कोई कहते हैं कि इनको सिटीजनशिप देना चाहिए, तो कोई कहते हैं नहीं, इनको सिटीजनशिप देना नहीं चाहिए, या फिर सिटीजनशिप इनसे छीन लिया जाएगा जो हमारे देश पे रहते हैं। तो अब डीप वेब डार्क वेब में ऐसा एक साइट मिला है। क्या कहते हैं, देखिए यहाँ पर दिखा गया है ट्विटर में डोनाल्ड ट्रंप क्या कहते हैं। इफ इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स आर अनहैप्पी विद द कंडीशंस इन द क्विकली बिल्ड और रिफिटेड डिटेंशन सेंटर्स, जस्ट टेल देम नॉट टू कम, ऑल प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व्ड। ये मैं डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प इन सब बातों पे डीपली जाना नहीं चाहता। अब उनके ऊपर कई सारे रीट्वीटर भी रिप्लाई दिया है। गो सेंसर योरसेल्फ। पता नहीं, टॉनी पर्सोनेंस्की, इन्होंने भी एक ट्वीट किया है उसके ऊपर। यस, आई एम एन इमिग्रेंट, काइंड ऑफ। आई एम ऑल्सो एलिजिबल टू रन फॉर प्रेसिडेंट इन द सेम वे दैट टेड क्रूज इज. My dad is American, his father is American, his mother is Canadian, my mom is Canadian, her father was Russian, her mother was German. My specific blood mix is a lot more complicated, but I am referring to a country of birth in this case. My dad's side of the family has done quite a big of genealogy research and has found that we are some of earlier American settlers. Many of the lines go to just a few years after the Mayflower, and yes, they too were immigrants. I am very grateful to be here that I was able to get American citizenships when my mom obtained hers. I am technically a dual citizen, but I have no plans on moving back to Canada. I think I fit into American culture much better than Canadian culture. I think many Canadians were fantastic and I do love BC's beauty. I don't know about BC. But on the whole, Canada is like our California, very, very left-leaning and hopelessly politically correct. तो दोस्तों, ये जो है बहुत ही बड़ा चढ़ा के लिखा गया है और ये अपने देश को बहुत ही प्यार करते हैं और वो अपना कनाडा देश में लौटना नहीं चाहते। तो ऐसे ही हालत हमारे देश पे भी हो रहा है। सब लोग इमिग्रेंट्स लेके ही हलचल मच रहा है। हर देश में इमिग्रेंट्स होता है, हर देश में। अब इनको ही लेके मुद्दा बनाए जाते हैं, पॉलिटिकल कारण के लिए मुद्दा बनाए जाते हैं। वोट बैंक एक मुद्दा और है। क्या बताए, डिस्टोपियाज नाउ, इसका मतलब है, डिस्टोपियाज का मतलब है आतंक राज्य। तो धरती का हाल बहुत ही बुरा है, आप देख ही सकते हैं। तो अभी इसके ऊपर ये साइट कुछ बोला है, देखते हैं। द एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इज ओवर, नाउ द रियल वर्क्स बिगिन. डिस्टोपियाज आर द फ्लिप साइड ऑफ यूटोपियाज. यूटोपियाज मतलब एक ऐसा कुछ इमेजिनेशन जहाँ पर सब कुछ हो सकता है, यूटोपियाज. Both of them express feelings about our shared futures. Utopias express our social hopes. Dystopias our social fears. There are a lot of dystopias around these days and this makes sense because we have a lot of fears about the future. हाँ, फ्यूचर को लेके तो आजकल सभी लोगों को कुछ अच्छा भी होते हैं, सोचते हैं, या फिर कुछ गलत भी सोचते हैं फ्यूचर को लेके. Both genres have ancient lineages. Utopia goes back to Plato at least. And from the start it had relationship to satire, and even more ancient form. Dystopia is very clearly a kind of satire. Archilochus, the first satirist, was said to be able to kill people with his curses. Possibly dystopia's hope to kill the society they depict. Archilochus ये एक ग्रीक पोएट था जो कि बोला था कि पीपल को मारा जा सकता है, उनकी जो कर्स है। ये एक साइट है, डू यू वांट टू बी द किंग ऑफ योर लाइफ? If yes, then welcome. Okay, let's go. क्या देखते हैं? My story, I am just a simple guy who is committed to one a big mistake in his life. I don't invest Bitcoin at the beginning of its existence. I wanted to do this, but finally I have decided to wait some more time and see what happens. This was a mistake. I should buy them and hold until the price such a sky high amounts. I was so angry, I just missed an opportunity of my life. Then I decided to do anything to fix my mistakes and to be rich. So I used my hacking experience to take bitcoins and later other cryptocurrencies for markets and online casinos. तो आप समझ ही सकते हैं कि ये बंदा बोल रहा है कि इसने कुछ मिस्टेक्स किया है, अब पछतावा हो रहा है, और फिर उसने कुछ ऐसा कुछ करियर चॉइस किया जो कि हैकिंग रिलेटेड है, बिटकॉइंस, क्रिप्टो करेंसीज फॉर मार्केट्स एंड ऑनलाइन कैसिनोस। तो अगर आप कुछ बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं इनके साथ तो इस वेबसाइट पे आप जा सकते हैं। तो अभी हमें एक मोस्ट नाइटमेयर या फिर स्पाइन चिलिंग स्टोरीज डीप वेब में मिला है। ए रॉन्ग ड्रग डील। A Reddit user who shared the story that happened to one of his friends in July 2015. His friend is a regular deep web user and he could buy loads of things like stolen Apple products, drugs, etc. One fine day, like usual, he ordered drugs from deep web. Not from his usual seller, but a new one. He asked the seller to deliver the drugs in a movie case or something that his mom wouldn't notice. One of his biggest mistakes that he didn't realize until what happened next. The package arrived, but to his surprise, inside it there was a bit of paper that read, "Something has happened. If I were to send it to you, it could be tracked back to me, and we would both be caught. Might meet me at the elementary school at 7. We will just do it in person." He went there by telling his mom he was staying at his friend's by the Reddit user at home, and his friend warned him to take a knife if the things went south. He reached the school and noticed a man in a jeep with plates covered in duct tape. He got down to get the drugs and left his car after paying him. To his surprise, he could see a man's car following him till he reached his neighborhood. So to shake him off and leading him to his house, which would be a bad idea, he made some random turns, and when he lost his tail, he pulled into the garage. Okay, but the serious incident happened that night. He could hear the sound of the car engine. Two men were seated in the same car that followed him. The driver was a drug dealer. The second one had messed up hair, a trashy shirt, and while it was hard to see, my friend could almost make out a scar from a massive burn on the side of his neck and his face, wrote the Reddit user. He was watching them from the window, and the second one often looked at the window he was standing, and he lost his cool. Now he didn't care about the consequences and called the police after moving away from the window. The police asked him to grab a weapon to defend himself. So this was the picture. ये वाला एक picture दिखाया गया. Finally, he could see a figure coming out of his mom's room with a knife in his hand. With full force, he was charging towards him after shutting the door behind him, but he grabbed a pot and hit on his head. After turning on the light, he noticed that it was the second guy from the car and stabbed him into the shoulder with the knife he dropped. Then in few minutes, he could hear the police siren and both of the men were arrested. Reddit users say, but my friend's mom had been killed. Her throat had been slit and she had 23 stab wounds and duct tape covering her mouth. He was charged with possession of drugs and lost his mom because of his actions. He would never ever buy drugs from the deep web. तो ये एक डार्क वेब डीप वेब का ड्रग डीलिंग का एक बिजनेस का स्टोरी है जो कि बहुत ही भयानक है। तो फ्रेंड्स, आज इतना ही। आप मुझको कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताएं कि आपका क्या सोच है डीप वेब ब्राउजिंग पर, और मिलते हैं आपके साथ अगले वीडियोस पे।